Welcome to the Dabbleverse Nightly Roundup, where we are on top of the breaking news as it happens. Tonight we cover stuttering John Melendez's breakup fiasco, the wedding he was never invited and the calls he should never have made in a saga that's turning heads and tickling funny bones across the Shule network. Failed comedian and podcaster stuttering John Melendez has found himself at the center of a breakup brawl yet again. The drama unfolded after Kate Meaney, known for making the rounds on the podcast circuit and jumping from being friends with one host to the next, dumped her on again, fling Melendez for reasons as ridiculous as they are relatable. The main reason was because Melendez is a complete asshole and treats everyone like shit and thinks dating him is a prestigious title. Yet real John it is not. It is also rumored that Meaney also developed an allergy to cat shit, beer, and desperation, which John reeks of. If they ever created a collab based on John, it would be called You the Desperation, The Smell of the Bloat. It all started when Melendez invited Meaney to a cousin's wedding that he was not invited to but decided to crash anyway. Initially Meaney for some unknown reason agreed to go with the bloat, biggest loser of all time. It is this reporter's opinion that she did it to goof on John. But if you ask John, it's because he's so hot. Sources say Meaney came to her senses and finally declined yesterday, setting a schedule full of more pressing engagements like watching paint dry or organizing her sock drawer, and some sources even reported that she told that idiot it was because she was afraid she might drown in the car from all that nasty slobber he produces. According to insiders, Melendez's call to Meaney's grandmother was a spectacle of epic proportions. Through sobs and stutters, he lamented, "Nana Meaney, Kate wanted you to go to the wedding with me. She's breaking my heart." The elderly woman, confused and slightly amused, responded, "Who is this again? And why are you crying over a wedding?" Nana Meaney told this reporter, "John is the most pathetic excuse for a man that I have ever seen. He can't take care of his cats, and his kids abandoned him. What in the world made that idiot think my granddaughter would want to date the bloat?" The conversation with Meaney's mother was no less dramatic. Melendez reportedly cried, complained, and in a bizarre twist, called Meaney a whore and a cocaine user for her refusal to attend the wedding. Meaney's mother, unimpressed, told him to get a grip and grow up, advice that apparently fell on deaf ears. This move was not a surprise to anyone. John is a sniveling little bitch that hid in the sump as a kid as his sister fought his battles for him.
Because I called her mother, I just said, "Look, this is John Melendez." "Who?" And then she knew, and I said, "Look, I am concerned for your daughter. I think you have to do an intervention. She is doing way too many drugs, and she's turning herself into a high-priced escort." I said, I just want to let you know, I think it's time. And her mom's in France right now. And I just said, I think, and I'll help you. I'll help. I mean, seriously, because she's too bright to be doing this kind of bullshit. But her mom didn't call me back.
Meaney, meanwhile, has taken the entire episode in stride, even incorporating it into what she is telling other podcast hosts about John. Imagine getting dumped for not wanting to go to a wedding, she joked with one host. And then imagine the guy calling your mom and grandma about it. It's like he skipped heartbreak and went straight to the senior advisory board. The senior advisory board indeed, and even they told him, "You can act like a man." Meaney, meanwhile, has taken the entire episode in stride, even incorporating it into what she is telling other podcast hosts about John. Imagine getting dumped for not wanting to go to a wedding, she joked with one host. And then imagine the guy calling your mom.
I do. We talk all the time. That's a fact, Jack. I think she's beautiful. See, you know what? All you guys attack her only because you can never bang her. And it's like that anger that you have for me, you have for Kate. You're jealous of me, and you're jealous of Kate because she's super hot, and you're a fat, ugly fucking dickhead who's achieved nothing in life. She's smarter, funnier, and way better looking than you. And she outsmarted Brennan like that. I heard...
The podcast world has erupted with laughter and memes over Melendez's meltdown. One particularly popular meme shows Melendez with the caption, "When your date says no, call her grandma." Another one said, "I am sure before he got off the phone, John invited mom and grandma to go with him, but they turned him down too. Even Meaney's grandmother has become an unlikely star. She was quoted as saying, "I've seen a lot in my ears, but a grown man crying over a wedding he wasn't invited to, that's a first." As for Melendez, he's become the punchline of his own joke, with fellow podcasters reveled in his misadventures. Stuttering John may not have won Meaney's heart, or a wedding date, but he has certainly secured his place in comedy lore, albeit as a cautionary tale. However, unfortunately this is not the first nor will it be the last cautionary tale from John's life. He is the most pathetic excuse of a person this reporter has ever seen. In the end, Melendez's heartbreak has provided more laughs than any of his recent podcast episodes. Perhaps he can turn this newfound notoriety into material for his next podcast. But he won't. He will slobber, scream, and shout and bitch at his viewers about them not giving him enough money. Per the norm, he will be heard screaming, "Where were you, sunflower dragon? And where were you, chicken boy? You can give more, I know you can." In the future, however, though he might want to leave family phone calls out of it.
Look, I can't wait to beat the fuck out of you guys. 15 G's for me. 4-ounce gloves. You book it. You get the license, and I'll show up. I don't only want to win. I can't wait. I will fucking punch the shit out of fucking Fatty Patty. And Toot. Melton's first. Because I hate him more. 15 G's, guaranteed. Half up front. I asked them to fight me in Atlantic City for free. And they didn't want to do it. Now suddenly they want to do it? I don't understand. Before they didn't want to do it. Oh, it'll be the worst decision in your life, Fatty Patty. Oh, what the joy. When I fucking...
This is Stuttering John. I love the Dabbleverse Nightly Roundup. Why can't these people leave me alone? Where are you, sunflower dragon? Where are you, chicken boy? Give me more damn money. I am pathetic, but I deserve it. If you love this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a hit song, breaking news, parody ad, or me reading a children's story.